Right, good morning fish people, I'm Alan Doris from Fish on TV. It is Thursday the 19th of December, even closer to the big fella turning up. Right, I've arrived at Lindholme Lakes, Qualifier 6 for the ultimate bomb and feeder. So I can't remember how many qualifiers there is. I think it's 10 qualifiers, something like that. And you've got to win your lake basically to get through to the final. I can't remember how many's on each match. I can't remember, 45, 60, I can't remember. But you've got to win your lake. You're allowed to use a bomb, you're allowed to use a feeder and method feeder, and you can feed by catapult, you can feed by hand, but only pellets, little nuggets of pellets. You can't feed balls of ground bait. Meeting up with Woody, so let's see where we get drawn. Had a decent result on Tuesday here, so let's see if we can repeat something like that. I had a second in the whole match. Match win would be absolutely fantastic. 14 or 15 degrees yesterday, 3 degrees now, and the wind's completely changed around. So where I want to get drawn, I'll be honest with you, don't really know. There are areas that have been fishing well, and then somebody else will go and draw on them pegs thinking they're going to empty it, and then they catch nothing. It's, don't know, it's wherever those fish want to be. So I'm not really bothered, just as long as there's a few fish in front of me and we can get a few fish in the net. Right, that's that. Let me go pay my dues, and we'll see you guys at the draw.
What a mighty angler you are. 51 pennies.
Well, as you've seen, peg 12 on Benny's. Benny's has been fishing absolutely awful, but I'll take peg 12. Can be some fish there. The famous peg 23 only had 3 bites off of a very, very good angler, Paul Wright, on Tuesday. I think £22 on Benny's, something like that. So we're not looking for a lot of fish unless it switches on. So let's get down there, because I've not got a lot of time to get ready. Let's get down there, see if we can get it emptied. Right, here we're in. I just got my phone set up. A bit of a walk round to my peg. So I'm here on peg, what was it, 12 on Benny's. Woody's drawn what I think is a flyer on Laurel's 40. It's where he qualified for golden rod, so he's a great chance there. Whilst I was working yesterday, there were quite a lot of fish in that area smashing about, so good luck, Woody. Peg 12. Never fished this peg before. I've got Steve Cook, the peg bullier. Sorry, Steve. He's been telling me where I can and can't cast. Get out of the office. I've got Steve Topley to my left. he knows this venue inside out. Wayne Bartholomew's over there in peg 4 flyer. If the fish are there, he'll take some beating. And that's peg 23, which is another one which is at the point at 23. That's another one that'll take some beating. Peg 51's in an area that everybody wants to be on. But what I will say is, I have no idea where the winner on this lake is going to come from. This can be a good area as well. It's fishing very difficult. I think, well, 23 produced £6 from a very good angler, Paul Wright, knows what he's doing. And that's just to give you an idea of how difficult it is. So I just don't know. I think, looking at the results the other day, I think £30 on here today could win it. And it's not a lot of weight, so not a lot of bites. The F1s in here are between £2 and £6, and there are some big lumps in here. So if you manage to drop on a carp or two, then you're in with the right chance. So tactics wise, I've got some nice margins down here which I'll go on later. I do know they definitely come into these margins at some point. How close in they'll come, I don't know. I'm going to have a pellet line, corn line. At the minute I've just gone out there. Steve's casting somewhere around here, and so I'm straight in front, and I've just chucked out on corn at the minute out there. I've done the bomb and bread, but I've not had anything on bomb and bread of late, so corn it is. Going straight out there. So the two lines I'm going to feed here, margins left and right, and I'll have a search about. I've got a method set up which I can have a look at. I'll get clipped up somewhere, see if there's any signs of liners and see what's happening. But as you can see, nothing's happening at the minute. So there we go. Baits wise, dead simple. I've got some 6mm, some corn, micros. I have got some maggots in a tub behind me. I'm going to feed some maggots short. I'm going to have one line with maggots and another one I'll just put some micros down. Maggots can work really well on here. I've had some great, in fact I've had my best days on this lake on maggots, so that's why I've got them today. So let's see how we get on. Get this camera set up. It's absolutely freezing. The sun's not on me, it's on Steve, and I'm freezing. Wind, it's a northwesterly, I think, northwest wind, and it's freezing. Yesterday it was 15 degrees blowing that way, but it's freezing today. So we'll see how we get on, people. Wish me luck. Right then, people, I decided to go on maggot feeder. Still feeding me lines. I thought I might as well have some silvers or whatever in between, because it's taking a few hours before people are catching, and it's gone round. I think it's an F1, so I've only got skimmer gear on. I'm not bothered. I've had £12 carp on this before, so let's just hope I can keep these F1s on. And it's gone round after 2 minutes. It's on its second cast as well. Let's just hope we can get them in. Yeah. So let's just hope I can't bully them in like I would with the other gear on. Well, it's not exactly bullying, but I can't give them as much stick because they're thin hooks. But there you go. Winter fishing, they're coming a little bit easier. That's what I'm thinking. And it's a good one, it's a good £3-pounder. I made that decision pretty quick. I thought, I'm not sitting out waiting for it to start. Let's see if we can get a few silvers and hopefully pick the odd F1 up. And the first fish I catch is an F1, so a nice one. And the only thing that worries me is I'm on a clip, so I want to be in the same spot. And that's my only worry. If it hits the clip and I can't get it off in time, I could lose you know, I could get a snap because they are quite vicious, these bites, when you get them. To be fair, that one wasn't too bad. Now, the first one to catch on the lake. And let's just see if we can get a few more. Everybody's moaning that it's going to be rock hard. Hence the decision. I brought some maggots for this. Anyway, but I wasn't really expecting to sort of go on it straight. I thought I'd have a look on corn. And then I was going to have a look on method. I thought, no, you know something, it's going to be difficult anyway. Let's just get on maggot feeder and see what any kind of fish will do, just to get some weight in the net. And I've been rewarded with that, so nice one. Not very far out at all. I'm pulling the rod right back here, just so I can get a few winds on, to allow for the surge that you get with these F1s when you first hook them. So I've got 011 and an F1 maggot 16. So that'll do. Quite a long hook then, 55 centimetre hook length, so it's falling through the water. I've seen one or two fish top, and that's the reason I've gone onto the maggot feed, so I'll put £3 on there. Nice little start, get in. I'm surrounded by Steves, Steve to my right and Steve to my left, and every time I go, have you had any liners, Steve? They both answer, you aren't, no. You can't beat it, folks, can you? So we're off the mark, get in, and we are. It's 1 hour in. And you know, somehow I wish I'd done this right from off. But I am the first one to catch. Let's hope I'm the only one that catches. There we go. Little maggot feeder. Keep feeding the corn line. I've got method to go out towards the middle where I think I might get one or two. We'll see. We'll see how it develops, eh? Well, all I've had on that maggot line, I was hoping I'd get a few more F1s. I lost a nice skimmer, and I've had a skimmer, and then there was nothing else, so I've gone out on method, second cast, and it's gone round. It feels like an F1, I don't think it's the biggest. The most I've seen caught so far is 2 F1s. So I'm still holding my own. I've not gone on my corn or bomb line just yet. And we were almost halfway through. What time we got? Not quite halfway. So there's 2 hours and 40 minutes to go. I think I mentioned it earlier, you seem to get a few more towards the end of the match. Steve's had 2, and the guy on 21's had 2. I don't think Steve Cook's had a bite yet. He's in the shade, he's freezing his socks off, he says. A little bit smaller than the last one. I get my fingers in their little mouths. Oh, stay still. Hate it when they twist like that. Gotcha. So it'll be £2.5 maybe. Something like that. So holding me own. Hone? I'm going to say hone then. I spoke to Woody, he'd had a small carp and a couple of little F1s, and he said it was fishing really hard on there, and he's got wind in his face. I think I've given him this chest infection. Can't just blame me. He'll have got it from somewhere else as well, but he likes to blame me, doesn't he, bless him. So I'll give that another go. Little yellow 5mm wafter. And it came after 10 minutes. I had to wait quite a while for that. And we'll get back out there and see if we get another one. Bang in the same spot. I'm on the clip. And if I want to go further out, I can just keep adding a metre or two. Guy on peg 23's had one. That can be the match winning peg on here. I would say it's as consistent as any other peg, but he's only had one at the minute. So I'm level with the best amount of fish, which is 2. Oh, and I've got a skimmer. That might just be the edge at the minute. But you just don't know how big other people's fish are. So I've decided corn line straight in front. It's like half wind assisted. You just manage to keep the corn a little bit more accurate than going into the wind, otherwise they just spread everywhere. And I'm finding a few pellets to my left which I can fish corn over at top, which can work quite well. It's a standout bait amongst the pellets, or I can just use a 6mm pellet. And it's got up quite a bit, this wind, and it's absolutely freezing. God knows how poor old Cookie's feeling in shade, because it is cold. I've got wind on that sun coming from on my back, on my right shoulder. But it is really cold with that wind. It wasn't too bad when we got here, because it wasn't windy like this. What was it? 3 degrees this morning. And I think it'll go up to a mighty 5. But it's a lovely day. Crisp, sunny day. I'm not sure if Wayne Bartholomew's had any. To be honest, I've not been looking up every 2 minutes, but I don't think he's caught anything. I'm not sure, could be wrong. So a little update for you. Oh, I just had, it could have been a fish moving past line, a little dink, really small tap, as if a little fish has run into my line. We'll see. So 10 minutes a cast it is. I had to wait for that bite, and I've just started putting it, even though I'm feeding my margin, well, not margin, I'm away from the margins in slightly deeper water. This low sun, there's shadows everywhere, so I'm thinking they'll probably want to be in slightly deeper, and I'm just putting a small nugget like that in the margins, and then one just that little bit further out. It's probably 6 or 7 metres. I'm not going to overkill that one. Just, I've had 3 in altogether, just a little bit of bait, and putting them in every sort of 20 minutes in these margins here, just little nuggets. Hopefully we can have a nice finish like I did the other day. But Benny's fished really hard the other day, and it is today. So I've probably got 5.5 pound, and I think that'll be about the same for everybody else, unless somebody's got a 5 pound F1. There is some big F1s in here, but we'll see. Come on, the fishers, start dragging Uncle Nosher's tip round. Better than working though, isn't it, I suppose? Freezing your socks off sat down. Right. On to the next. About a minute after I've turned the camera off, and I've gone back out again. It was an F1, and it's gone round again. Steve's into one as well. He's into his 3rd. So this is my 4th. If I can get it in. feels like a slightly better fish. Yeah, it is. Slightly bigger F1. Not much bigger, but slightly bigger. There we go. Little mouths, aren't they, those F1s? So he's got to be £3 and a bit. Might even be 4. So I think I've got £10 or £11, and I think today, I think I said £30 would be a good weight, I think. I'm sure it was only 20 something that won it last time round, so I think if you're on the £30 mark, you've got to be within a shout. Sat lovely. I know some of you saying get in quicker and all that sort of stuff, but if your wafter's not sat right, it sits horrible. So I've been checking it now for a few years. Again, stuff, little tips that you pick up as you're watching other people and things like that. No point sending your bait out really quick and it not sat right. If you catch, you're lucky. You might as well have it in your head, sat perfect. You've confidence in your cash, you're not reeling it in and out all the time. So let's get back out there and we'll see if we can get another one. That blue slightly to the right, but I'm not too fussed. Sometimes they can back off that feed. It's not much, I'm just being critical. It wasn't the bullseye. The last couple of casts have been right down the same throat. That's just hit the cheek, I reckon. Just as it died a death, it just, because we're getting little gusts, and you could just see it banging line, and it just drifted last few metres. But it's not a million mile away, so. Here we go, 4 fish. We're doing alright, people. Steady away. And 2 hours to go. Hopefully this next couple of hours should be more productive. We'll have a look on this corn line. If they turn up on that corn line, it can be great. But it's not happened for a few weeks on here, so let's just see what happens in this peg today. Right, we've got just over an hour to go, and Steve at side of me has just put nail in coffin. He's just had a 15-pounder. Oh, nobody's really catching out. I think I was leading the lake until he landed that. So he's just landed a massive carp. Damn it. And there's not a lot of fish being caught. I mean, these F1s, I need at least 6 more F1 sharpish to catch that up. So, well done, Steve Toffley. Well, I'm not really that. It's going to be margin, and 4 minutes and it's gone round. My left hand one. I need some big lumps. Apparently, Peg 21's had 7 F1s now. He's been doing alright. I've not been watching him, to be fair. I knew he'd had a few. I didn't realise he'd got 7. But we need some 15-pounders to compete with Steve. That's alright. That's got to be £3 plus. I'll take that. And there's 32 minutes to go. A fish showed its face in my margin, that's why I went straight down there as soon as I saw that. and it were about that big. Was it that one? That's wrapped round my hook is though after. That's a miracle needed, to be fair. Oh, it's not sat right. They get damp and then they just lay flat. That's no good. No. I need a miracle, people. That's better. Perfect. So we need a big one to turn up. We need jaws to turn up. About £18. Go on, jaws, where are you? That's what we need. Come on, jaws. Nice little plop in. Lovely bite. I love them bites in margin. It's just, they're just ace. The whole tip just chuffing brilliant. I love it. Right, we just need another one. Half an hour. Be nice if we could get about 7 of them in half an hour. Can't see it happening, to be honest with you. It's just not happening quick enough anywhere. But we'll do as best, people. I'll have a look in this margin as well. I've got to go back down there because I've just had that. If there's no joy in this cast, we'll go to the right hand and have a look there, because you just never know which margin they're going to turn up in. So there we go. Another fish in the net. Many more fishes needed. Damn it. Literally 2 minutes and 30 seconds in, that's absolutely smashed round. Another F1. Took some line as well. It's going some, isn't it? Nice size, that same stamp as the last one. It's unhooked itself, beautiful. Let's hope they keep coming. Right, let me get back in. See you on the next opening. Right, Steve reckons he's got £28. I've got 20. We don't know what the guy opposite's got. And this is from my right hand margin. So I'm just running out of time and I need a bigger stamp than that. There's a little, it's a baby one. Might be £2. Round. So I'll give that another go, because I had a big liner earlier. I've just put a couple of micros to my left. Just let that settle. Bloody thing. So we'll get back in that margin again, people. I need a bit of a miracle, really. I need a proper one now. Just to give me a chance. Steve's gone in his margin and he's had one as well. So me catching, he's gone straight in. A little plop in. And the really hard bites you can't miss. So there we go. So we'll see you guys, hopefully, at the weigh-in, unless I hook into a monster. Right. Turned out to be a half decent day and a horrible, well, on a very difficult day, I suppose. £22 I've got now. Steve reckons it's 28. Need a couple of big ones. Got 10 minutes to go. Over and out. Hard work that, dragging it through the mud. Well, we're all weighed in, and I've weighed 27.14. Had a couple more at the end, and Steve's gone into his margin, like I said, and he's had another carp. Can you believe it? Who's that bapping? He's had another carp, so he's had 3 carp altogether. And I bet those 3 fish have been very close to probably the same weight as what I weighed. He's ended up weighing 45 of Steve. 27.14 would have won the lake in the Bomb and Feeder League on Tuesday. But unfortunately, it's come second on lake. Damn it. But I've enjoyed that. Nice, those bites in the margin, lovely. Can't understand why they've not turned up on my feed on corn. And I've spoken to 1 or 2 people, and nobody where we were have caught over the feed. Very strange. Yet that was the only way to, you know, to really bag a few weeks ago. So something's changed, and people were avoiding the method, and that's all me and Steve have caught on, really. Apart from the one I had on maggot, nothing on pellet, nothing on corn. Unbelievable. So I've ended up catching a few out of the middle on the hybrid. Steve switched round, he's gone out towards the middle. He's had a couple of F1s, and then he's had a 15-pounder. I just kept catching the odd F1. I go into the margins, I think I have 5 or 6 out of there, just F1s. He's had an F1 and a carp. What can you do? There's nothing you can do. I've certainly caught as many fish as Steve, but the lad has caught some quality fish, which is what it's all about. Well done, Steve Topley. He is the qualifier from Benny's Lake to the final. So good luck, Steve Topley. Enjoyed your company today, and well done, pal. So there we go. It's tricky fishing in winter. I don't really know what I'd have done different. Should I have not bothered with that corn line straight in front? I couldn't go to my left with corn because of the wind. It was just blowing them everywhere. So I've had to feed pellets there for any kind of accuracy. And I fished corn over at top, pellet over at top, nothing. No liners, no nothing. But having said that, I only had the odd liner close in, and there were fish there because it was just smashing straight round. Again, I've tried it with an hour and 15 minutes to go, not a sign. 30 minutes to go, I've started catching. It seems to be the last half hour, just before it starts getting dark, as you can see. It's just a shame they don't turn up that little bit earlier. Should I have been more patient with an hour or so to go? Don't know. Would it have ruined the short lines? I don't know. You know, if you go on it too early, you just don't know. So I think the timing was right to go on it with half an hour to go. I've had that little flurry of fish, and I've ended up with 27 pounds. I'm quite happy with that, to be honest with you. I'm not happy about coming second. Nobody ever remembers second, as Tommy Pickering says, but you know, you can only do your best, people, and I've certainly given it my best shot today. And we'll move on to the next one. Feeder Master Winter Pairs on Sunday. Are we looking forward to it? It's blowing an absolute hoolie, it's fishing rock hard, and it's going to be freezing. What's not to look forward to? Oh well, Woody ain't looking forward to it, especially as he's got that chest infection I give him. Come on, Woody, man up, what's up with you? I don't know how he got £20 with an hour to go, I'd Woody, so I'll find out how he's gone on. So I hope you've enjoyed that little video of the ultimate bomb and feeder at Lindholme Lakes. I've thoroughly enjoyed the day. At least I was in the sun for a little bit. When that sun goes down, boy oh boy, that's cold. So thanks for watching, people. We shall see you on the next one. Feeder Master Winter Pairs on Sunday. Take care, and don't forget to fish on.